I'm back, and this is the second key. Are you ready for it? The second key is called decide. So this is where you need to decide. You need to make a decision right now, today, not later. Look, everything we're doing here is about doing it now. You know what I said about, it's not about just igniting, it's about igniting and keeping you revved up. And the only way to stay revved up is to actually start driving. You with me? So today's video, this key is about making that decision, deciding. Now, what do I want you to decide? Well, I need you to look again at all the areas in your life that you'd like some improvement in. Looking at the areas that you would like to change, that you'd like to improve, that you want to have a different result. Okay. Now, there may be a few things, there may be just one. But what I'd like you to do right now and for the next 30 days is to focus on one. So pick one thing. Got it? Pick one area. Okay, disclaimer time. If you haven't already read Side Effects or Universe or any of my books, then I have to say this to you. If you've read the books, then I think you know exactly what I'm going to say. And that if you are single, yep, warning, warning, disclaimer, disclaimer, yes. If you are single and that one thing that you really want to change your whole life is to find that special someone, then I'm sorry, that cannot be one of your goals. Because finding love is not a goal. Well, in my books at least, it's not. Finding love or being found by love or attracting that love beyond imagination or that relationship is a side effect. It is a byproduct of living a life that's truly committed to your vision and your purpose and your goals. So if that's what you thought you're going to get out of here, then sorry, I'm not the one for you. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. There are a lot of people out there who talk about how you can find the man you want and attract him into your life. I say that that is a side effect. It is a byproduct of pursuing your life, pursuing your goals. So coming back, pick one thing. Now the best way to do this is to look at what you just don't want. Think of something that you just do not want in your life anymore. And by looking at that don't want, easy, basic, 101, the opposite of that is what you really want. So I'd like you to take a few moments right now and make that decision. Great. Decided? Okay, now that you've decided what that is, we need you to make a declaration. Declare it. And by declaration, what I would suggest, if you have the guts, then you can post it on my Facebook wall. You can post it on your own Facebook profile. Okay, if you feel that you're not ready to share it with the masses and with everyone, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But then I would suggest that you pick a few people. Pick a handful of people. Pick about 6 people in your life. Think of people in your family, in your circle, and declare it to them. Because having a goal, having a desire, even making a decision about something, but keeping it here is going to keep it there. Declaration has power in it. And you know what we're talking about, revving and keeping you moving? I don't want this to be a video you watch and just forget about. I don't want my programs to be something that you read about and then forget about it. I want you to actually kick-start it, take it off. These keys are to help you truly change your life now, not later, not tomorrow, right now. You got to start now. So take a few moments, make that decision, make a declaration. Like I said, if you're not ready to blast it all over social media, then pick a few people in your life, either send them a message or sit down and have a heart-to-heart with them and tell them what it is you want to do. You know, I've met so many people who've thought that they want to quit smoking, for example, that they want to lose weight, for example, that they want to start writing a book, or that they want to change their jobs, or that they want to work on their marriage, or that they want to better their relationship with their partner or their family. But just thinking it is not enough. It's not enough. You have to declare it. Declaration has so much power, and declaration will attract support. Great. Declare. Okay, if 5 or 6 is still too many, then this is the absolute bare minimum, and you have to do at least this for it to have the power that I want it to have. 3 people. One of them can be me. If you trust me, send me a private message. If not, if you don't want to share it with me, that's fine. Pick 3 people in your life. Send them a message. If you don't want to meet them or speak to them, send them a message and tell them that this is what I want. And if you've known me a long enough time to know that achieving this will be the one thing that I need to do that will help change the rest of my life. The ripple effects of me achieving this will help every area of my life. And I'm sharing this with you because I'm asking for your support. Firstly, to remind me, just in case I forget sometimes, I'd like you to try and hold me accountable to this. And I'd like you to just be there for me and support me in times where I'm feeling a bit weak about it. Now that's what the declaration is about. Great. Now the next step in this key, which is deciding, is to decide who gets to stay and who has to leave. And I'm talking about your life. I'm not just talking about your life. I'm talking about your phone book. I'm talking about your Facebook profile. You decide who stays and who leaves. So I want you to think about this declaration again. Now there's some people that I know, you know, that if you made a declaration to them and you said this is what I want, you would get nothing but support from them. But then there are some who you feel will either pull you down or may just hold you back or may discourage you, make you feel that you can't do it, make you feel that it's not that important. Now those are the people that I'm sorry, you're going to have to delete. Trust me on this. Look, this is a 30-day exercise. If you're not happy deleting them from your life, add them in after 30 days. But just for now, I need you to delete. I need you to delete the people who hold you back. Look, if they're your immediate family or they're in your home and it's impossible, then perhaps it's a conversation that you're going to have with them. But if you can, if they're just in the peripheral and you don't really need them around and you're not responsible for them, then please delete. Delete. Look, I know that this is hard. This is not the easiest. You know something? Do you know that research says that the pain that we feel from rejection, when you are rejected by someone, look, I don't know if you've been there, but I have, and rejection hurts. It sucks. It's horrible. Whether it's a rejection to my professional, my professional services or rejection to me as a person, it hurts. Okay, when someone says no to you, it hurts because you feel like they don't like you or they don't want you in their lives or you're not important to them or you're not important enough to them, and that hurts. Research says that the same emotion that we feel when we experience rejection is the same as when we reject someone. So even when a telemarketer calls you up and you want to say no to their services, believe it or not, that it actually brings up in you a sense of rejection. And that's why we just hate it. We just hate it when they call us and they bug us because we have to say no. And even saying no sometimes hurts. So yes, it's not going to be easy to cut these ties. It's not going to be easy to delete, but I beg you, this is part of key 2. And key 2 is about deciding who stays and deciding who has to go. Sometimes you got to say no to the good to say yes to the great. Great. Now the third step, with the ones that stay, what I'm going to invite you to do is to strengthen the bonds. So think about the people in your life who maybe you haven't been in that much touch with. They've maybe drifted off to the peripheral, but you would actually like to have them closer to you. Make that effort, reconnect with them. Go out there and reconnect. So if there are members of your extended family that perhaps you're not speaking to anymore because of an old grudge which is no longer there, forgive them and let them know. Invite them back into your life. If there are old friends that you've just lost touch with, invite them back in. Forgive, let go of the ones that you don't want in your life anymore, and invite back in the ones that you do. So think about the people in your life as doors and windows. So open them wide, the ones that you know are good for you, the ones that you can add value to and you think they will add value to your life as well, and shut the door tight on those who aren't going to add any value to your life. Now look, this is not a selfish conversation. I'm not saying that, oh, you should only be with people who add value to your life and those who don't, you should delete. It's not like that. But when you reach out and ask for help from some people, you are actually giving them the opportunity to serve you. And you get to be humble to them, showing them that you're asking for their help. And do you know how fulfilling that can be to someone? That you value them so much that you want them in your lives because they add value to your life. So look at it from that point of view. Don't look at asking for help as being weak. Look at it as expanding your world. Great. So that was key 2. Decide, declare, delete, and grow, enhance, strengthen the relationships that you do want in your life. To recap on key 2, which is decide, making decisions. I just want to touch on a few things again, just to make sure that I really gave you the key. So you need to decide. You need to decide what you don't want and what you want. And from there, you make a declaration. I'm inviting you to just pick one area for now. Just one area. Yes, you can work on all the areas of your life, for sure. But just trust me on this, work on one area for now. Don't worry, the ripple effects, the side effects will help the other areas of your life, and that is a promise. So pick one area, you're going to work on that one area. Great. Declare. The declaration is so important because the declaration is what's going to bring in help and support and accountability. See, unless you're working one-on-one with a life coach, or you're working with a partner or a buddy, you need something to hold you accountable. You need something to keep your engine revved. And declaration will do that for you, because when you declare, you have to live up to your declaration, because people are watching and listening. And if people care, they will be watching and listening. And if you are asking them to do exactly that, then they will. You know, people often do exactly what you ask them to do. If I say to you, listen to me, you're going to listen to me. And if I say to you, look at me, you will look at me. Look, people are not out there out to get you. People are there. Your people, your friends are your resources, and they are there to help you and support you. So this is the best time and the best way to use that energy. And then I went to this next thing about deleting. And I know it's hard. I know. I've been there. You know, I had a friend. I feel sad even sharing the story, but I am going to share it with you. And I hope that that me and him are going to be friends again when I'm ready. Okay, but there was a time, you know, when I was working towards some of my goals, and for some reason, and it wasn't his fault. It wasn't that he was a bad person. He cared about me, but he just didn't think I had it in me. So he would always say things to pull me back. You know, things like, you know, Malti, that's not going to work. Or Malti, they're probably not going to pay you. Or Malti, no, nobody's going to want to read that. No, Malti, I don't know why you're wasting time on this. And everything out of his mouth to me was discouraging. And after 3 or 4 attempts, I decided that even though this is a good person, even though this person was helpful to me before, and I know that I've been enriching in their life as well, I realized that I had to cut the tie, at least for that time. And I did. And it was very painful. And by painful, I mean it was irritating me and annoying me. Every day it would niggle at me, and I just needed some kind of relief and release from my decision. And it was only until I saw the progress I was making in my own life, and I realized that a part of it was because I stopped talking to this person. I deleted that person. I stopped giving that person the permission to give me advice, to encourage or to talk to me in any way. I didn't want it. because I already knew that the things that they said would bring about emotion in me which would hold me back rather than rev me forward. Like I said, this is not project let's make more friends. This is not project how to make friends and influence people. This is how do I get started on moving towards living my fulfilling life. That's what this is about. That's what the next 30 days should be about. And like I said, if you don't think it works, or if you're working really fine and you're strong enough, you can always add these people that you deleted today. So I hope you're with me there. And I hope you understand that I'm not taking this lightly, because I've been there. And again, look, if it's your immediate family and people who need you, then please don't delete them. But just know that there's some people that you don't bring into your vision, because they're not there to support you. They don't have it in them to support you. So your declaration, say it to the people who you know will support you. Great. Don't try to convert the people out there. Don't try to convince people. Those will take too much energy. You don't want to spend that energy during this time. This time is about you harnessing energy and moving forward, revving, not... Oh, I love the analogies with car, but it's like you get into a car that hasn't been started for a while, you start it. You're not meant to turn on the air conditioner and the air conditioner and the music and blast it off straight away. You're supposed to rev it up a little bit before you start expending the energy. Do you get where I'm going? Great. Okay. And the last step in this key, which is key 2, is to reinforce, reestablish the relationships that are good for you. People that you haven't communicated with in a while, or you haven't given them your time, your love, your energy in a while, invite them back into your world. Work on those relationships. Forgive the past. Let go of the grudges. And bring these people back into your life. So just a quick recap. The 5 steps that you absolutely must do to get started, to begin living the life of your dreams. And there are 5 steps to achieve to start living the life of your dreams in the next 30 days. And step 1 is to see. And like I said in the video earlier, to see means to look at what is. Not from a standpoint of what you want it to be, not from any kind of blame, no sad stories, no victimizing yourself, no putting yourself down, no guilt. It's okay, just see. So it's all about seeing. And then as you see, find things to be grateful for. Look at the resources that you do already have, because guess what? That's what you've got. That's your foundation. And you have to become aware of your foundation, what you have, what you don't have, what you have. Look at what you do have and be grateful for it, because that is where you can start from. You can only start from here. You can only start now. It's not too late, but you have to start. And there's no better time than now. Now, something brought you here. I don't know what. Okay, something brought you here. You're sitting here watching this video. So please, please practice it. This is not about watching and forgetting. Start from here. Start from now. And the first step is to see. Great.